Good afternoon. My name is Deb, and you are here at another segment of Off the Cuff Live with Deb at the Staged Homes Real Estate Office located at 335 Main Street in Vista. I have a special guest with me, Travis with Next Generation. He's with Fire Water Restoration Services, and I'm going to talk a little bit today about having a home safety checklist, a fire drill in the event of a fire. As you know, we live in a high fire hazard area here in California, especially Southern California. The American Red Cross states that they actually go to a fire every single day in San Diego. And as most of you know, we have just experienced some devastating fires with the Lilac fires. And Travis is here to tell a little bit about what you can do to prepare your home and your family for the next fire. So Travis, what can we do as a family to prepare ourselves besides having a drill, a fire drill, and having a special spot that everybody in the family knows that they're supposed to go, and a special exit plan in all the rooms and that sort of thing? What are some of the other things that we can look for in our home? Safety checklist.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of things that you can do to make sure that your family is safe, especially when something as abrupt as a fire happens.
It happens so fast.
There's no warning when a fire comes. Check your smoke alarms, make sure that they are working, that the batteries are in the smoke alarms.
That's right. They chirp if they're starting to get weak. So if you hear it chirping, do not just take the battery out because you're tired of hearing the chirp. Actually replace the battery. That's a warning sign, like a red light on your car. One of the other things too is the carbon monoxide.
Yes.
In the older homes, it was not required by state law to have a carbon monoxide detector in your home. So if you do not have a carbon monoxide detector in your home, please get a carbon monoxide detector. You can get them in combination with an updated smoke detector. That is going to help you in the event that there's any carbon monoxide or fire in the home.
And make sure that there is a smoke alarm on each level of the house, so if there is a fire down below, that when the smoke rises, that you will at least be alerted when you are upstairs.
That's right. Now also cooking safety. Make sure that when you're in a kitchen, and especially if you have young children, make sure that your kids are at least 300 feet away from any cooking going on in the kitchen. If you have to leave to go to the restroom, if you need to leave to go outside, please turn off the stove, turn off anything that is, actively hot in the kitchen, and especially make sure that your pots and pans, those handles are turned inward so that a young child can't reach up and knock that down and start a fire in that way as well. What about electrical and appliances?
Yeah, electrical appliances, you want to make sure that the cords, that you don't have added extension cords, or there's different voltage for cords. So, maybe your microwave, the volts are a little bit higher than the extension cord you're using, so it becomes a high fire hazard.
That's right. And I know when we do inspections on properties, especially when we go into escrow, you don't want to have cords under the rugs. You don't want to have open cords in the garage just hanging down. These are fire hazards. You want to make sure in your attic that you don't have open cords in your attic and all the electrical cords together in a little box so that they're protected. So take some time to kind of go around your house and check out all the electrical cords and the outlets and make sure that there's nothing that's spliced or cracked open or that's touching any carpet or draperies or anything of that nature. So in that way you won't have an accidental fire. Also your Christmas trees right now especially, make sure that your Christmas tree is not too dry, right? And make sure that you're using, don't they have like fire safety lights that you can put on there that don't get hot?
They do.
Yeah, those are probably the best, especially if you have children.
Right now we have the Santa Ana winds, and it's becoming an issue, especially with smokers and leaving their cigarette butts out, and it's catching things on fire. So if you are a smoker, if you could, please put your cigarette butt out and dispose of it properly.
Well, and not only that, but you should always be smoking outside and make sure that you have a special spot. Do not flick your cigarette out, lit, or what have you, because even the Lilac fires, they don't really yet know how they were started.
The fire inspectors are still determining whether it was a cigarette or...
It could have been a cigarette somebody threw out. That's how serious that is. So make sure if you are a smoker that you smoke outside and that you have a special container that has a lid on it so you can put the cigarette inside of it so it's self-contained and it doesn't actually get ash or sparks.
Bonfires and so on and so forth. Just make sure if you are having an open fire that you do have enough clearance on the walls that it is protecting any debris that is on fire coming out.
That's right. Another thing, fire safety, have your chimney checked annually. A lot of people don't even have their chimney checked ever, but a lot of soot can get up in there and actually spark up some sparks outside your chimney. And if you're in a high fire hazard area like me, that's a really important thing to be careful of.
It is.
So, and then also make sure that your furniture is not too close to the fireplace. Those sparks are going to come out. Have a special protector over the fireplace if you're doing an open fire, especially during the winter seasons. So those are just some tips that'll help you along the way. If you'd like more tips, please feel free to visit nextgeneration.com, where you're going to find some more fire and safety tips for both fire and water. Thank you so much for joining us live Off the Cuff with Deb.